Today I'm going to give you a look at the Viewtainer slide out. This is a creative little cabinet that is allowing me to keep one of my favorite designs in the previous trailers, but modify it. As I work to redesign or to design the SMART Woodshop, I have a long history of building trailers and trucks. But I've also learned one of my favorite things to do is to listen to podcasts. I'm a solo carpenter. I work by myself these last few years. And so my company is to listen to podcasts. And so my interests fall into medicine and science and things like that. I listen to these incredibly intelligent people. And I hear lots of quotes and I sort of vaguely remember them. Logic will take you from A to B, but imagination will take you everywhere. Knowledge is an anchor to the past, and imagination is the future. And so it's this concept that we can get stuck in our ways and think this is the way things are. And so at the same time, I have all of this knowledge and all of this experience, but I don't want it to be an anchor. I want to move forward. I want this to be the best designed woodworking portable shop in a trailer ever designed by me or anybody else. Not saying that I'm better, because I'm certainly not, than anybody else, but that I want to challenge myself. I want to look for the greatest ideas, but I don't want them to anchor me. I don't want my past ideas to anchor me. I want to be creative. I want to come up with new solutions. Another design aspect that I learned a long time ago in architecture was that the perfection of a design is when you've removed everything you can remove, and it still is solid and stands up. And the beauty is in reduction, not addition. So with that in mind, I am applying those principles and seeking out and imagining ways to do things, which means when I get down to the shop, I may build things and they may fail, but that's okay, because failure is what will also lead me to the next better design. Okay, enough philosophy. I'll show you where I'm at. Here is where the design is at. The Viewtainer storage is almost the same size as the one that was on the front before in art. So what I want to do is be able to pull this thing out smoothly till it is 7 feet out. And I don't want it to tip down. Not worried about anything falling out of it or tipping out. It didn't before. These are tall enough. In fact, I may even be able to shorten these a bit so they're easier to get out, because now they won't tip in the ride because they'll be bumping up against this surface here for the level. This is the little bearing that I'm talking about. And I know you've seen these. It's basically a big ball bearing that rolls all the way around in every direction. And I thought I would put 2 on the top. This back one would keep it from tipping, as well as this one. It'll take the 2 of them working together. I'm also thinking of putting a bolt stop on the cabinet right up here at the very top that I could pull out from the outside. I don't want something buried or permanent, because I may want to pull this all the way out. This flange would bump into. That's why I've placed this one here at about 1 foot in. These would be mounted on the actual Viewtainer shelf that rolls out. On the bottom, I would simply take a piece of 3/4 inch and line them with these same bearings. They would stay in place. This would be screwed to the floor. Now I would just push it back in tight to the level storage and put just a couple of screws. It doesn't really need to be held down much. I just don't want it sliding, so that I could easily remove it. Again, making things modular if I want to move it around and make adjustments. And then instead of putting a solid side on, this is more of the smartness coming in. Why add an expensive piece of 3/4 that goes all the way up? I'm going to be using this 3.5 inch wide material for the spreaders and the cabinets and things. So I thought, to stay uniform, it doesn't even need to be that tall. And I may have some scrap that's shorter. It just needs to keep it from sliding off the edge. And screw this in. So I'd have this L, and then I would have a lineup of these bearings close enough together to make it roll smoothly. And the other side, nothing. It is going to go right up against the level storage. And so I get a very minimal amount of material, but it's a pretty simple cabinet to build, and the roller system is a pretty simple detail as well. Not 100% sure it'll roll smooth, but I certainly can give it a try. I've got other updates and a lot of cool modifications that I'm going to show you to other cabinets that I've come close to completing, but I'm going to do those in a separate video and keep these videos as we move through the design focused on one element at a time. Well, if you like following along, be sure to subscribe. And if you think that this kind of creative design, whether it's for a van or a box truck or a garage or even a larger shop where just more efficient use of space, if you know anybody in that situation, be sure to share. It's very easy to click on these videos and share them with others. You can do it on your Facebook, and you can do it on all of your other social media, as well as just directly emailing it. And I'd really appreciate that. If you want to build yourself a trailer or the inside of a van or your shop, I already have the awesome set of awesome rolling toolbox plans available that you can go directly to my website, click on the link and purchase them and download them immediately. That link will be here in the video as well as in the description of the video down below. And if you're interested in more information about the Mission trailer that I've purchased, I've got a link to Mission below as well as the link trailer sales down below. And as I start to have products and elements that I'm working with, I'll try to remember to put a link in the description of the video below. So I think I'll go out and find this link. I found them, I believe, on Amazon. I think I'll put that link in there as well, just so if you want to take a closer look at it. And if you've got any suggestions, I am wide open. I want to be creative and I want to be open to ideas. Thanks for taking the time to watch. Have a great day.